Alistair, good to see you again. Thanks for coming down. So I understand you're creating this new software. It connects people with lawyers. I'm not really a techie, so I really know exactly how it works. But can you tell me a bit about why or what it is and why you started it?
Yeah, so in most courts in Canada, about 70% of people are self-representing. And that means that they're going to court without a lawyer. And it's very common in criminal law, small claims, family law, that people can afford a lawyer, but they're just not sure if it's how much it's going to cost. Is it going to cost?
Oh, the cost. Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons.
Yeah.
So I mean, is it going to cost $2,000, which is affordable for many Canadians, or is it going to cost $20,000, or is it going to cost $200,000? Right?
Gotcha.
And it's completely unknown both to the client and the lawyer, right? Because a lot of people come in, they ask the lawyer like, how much is this going to cost for my lawsuit? And it can go in so many different paths, right? And it's just unknown. So it's more the uncertainty, because the average Canadian spends about $2,000 a year on coffee. So they can afford litigation, many can. It's just that they don't want to spend money on lawyers because it's not fun. It's not like going to Vegas. It's not like
You
going.
get nothing for it, maybe.
You might get nothing for it. I mean, that's the reality. Is you might have been better off doing it yourself. Sometimes, not often, but sometimes, if you're willing to put in the work, study. I mean, you can probably learn how to build a house, right? But I mean, like, how long is that going to take? How many expensive mistakes are you going to make along the way? So it's something that I believe that if more Canadians can get a lawyer and just leave it to the experts, that it's going to make things better for everyone. It's going to make things better for the clients. It's going to make things better for the justice system. It's going to make things better for the taxpayers, because a lot of money goes into frivolous lawsuits that never should have been filed in the first place, or where there was a simple solution. So what Clearway is trying to do is just basically matchmake between people that are serious about hiring a lawyer. You know, they're willing to invest, $5,000 into it,
Right.
but they don't want to be taken advantage of.
Right.
They want a lawyer that's actually going to represent them, that's going to do their best, not guarantee, but do their best to get them results. And
So how does Clearway do that?
the primary way is through a rating system.
Okay.
So we want to get as many ratings for lawyers as possible. And if there's a lawyer that's constantly getting 1 to 2 star reviews from clients, then that's probably not a great lawyer. And if there's a lawyer that's constantly getting 4 to 5 star reviews, they're probably a better lawyer. And we have a whole bunch of other ways that we're doing things as well, like, does the lawyer participate in the community? Do they answer questions as part of our platform? But we're really just looking at the end of the day for lawyers that want to make a difference and want to actually help out. And I believe that I have this 80-20 rule. It sounds a little bit rude, but I always say it anyway, that 80% of lawyers are not that great and 20% of lawyers are absolutely phenomenal. And the problem that I say is that people can't tell the difference.
Right.
So you have these fantastic lawyers that should just have a lineup outside their law firm around the block. They're struggling to find clients. And you have these lawyers who are great salespeople but don't get results. And they're basically just moving clients through their office, grabbing the retainer funds, and not delivering results, right? But without accountability, it doesn't really matter, because the public doesn't know the difference.
So Clearway helps with that accountability?
Yeah, we're pushing for it. It's a big job. There's 130,000 lawyers in Canada, but we have 80,000 lawyers right now, and in the next few months we'll have all 130,000 of them. And of course, we don't want people leaving fake reviews. That's one of the concerns that lawyers have, is that this will just be a place for competitors or people who weren't even clients to just bash lawyers. And that's not helpful at all, because that actually goes against the accountability and transparency of what Clearway is trying to do. Is we want people who are actually clients to leave ratings for the lawyers, right? Not
I've
just
heard about stuff like that on Amazon. How is Clearway going to stop that problem?
It's an ongoing fight. Of course, you always have to see how people are gaming the system, continue to do research, and then find ways to combat it. Right now, we manually review every single rating that comes in. Of course, right now we only have hundreds of them that come in every month, but in the future, as we grow, if there's thousands or tens of thousands of them, it becomes a little bit more challenging, and we'll have to find a way. But ideally, I would like to continue to manually check every single review.
Wow.
And it's not just that it's a real review, but that it's a helpful review. So if someone just says, this lawyer is an idiot, or they're a scam artist or something like that, that's not a helpful
Or they're
review.
great.
Or they're great, yeah, because that could be a fake one as well, right? They're the best firm, they're the best lawyer, that kind of thing.
Right.
Why? Right? Like, why are they bad? Why are they good? Right? Like, there should be a few sentences there. And that's what the public can look at and say, you know, is this bad review a deal breaker for me, right? Is the fact that they charge a little bit on the high side terrible? Or am I willing to invest that if everything else about the lawyer is great, that they deliver results and this stuff? Or am I just looking for the cheapest lawyer, right? The lawyer that constantly charges the lowest price, right? But I want the public to be able to make that decision.
Right. And so, have you been getting much feedback from clients?
Yeah,
How's
for
that
sure.
going?
It's good. Yeah, it's good. We get a whole bunch of ratings already for lawyers on there. We get lawyers who want to respond to the ratings, of course. So
Can they do that?
right now it's only manual. We have to manually put it up, but in the next month they're going to be able to sign up for a profile and leave the response themselves. Because we want to also encourage that debate. And I think that'll really assist law firms as well to get that feedback and kind of work through it. Because it's not great for the lawyer if they're just getting all these complaints all the time and angry clients and stuff like that, and they're just kind of in this snowball negative effect.
Yeah.
If they get the feedback and they actually say like, wow, I am a little slow sometimes to respond to my clients. You know, like there was that client that I took 3 weeks to respond to. Maybe I should hire a new assistant to help with that, or a new lawyer, or a new paralegal, and then they make that change because they don't want any more bad ratings on Clearway. That is such a game changer. That actually really helps the legal industry in Canada because they're accountable and they want to work through it. And then in the alternative, if the lawyer just doesn't care and they're like, I don't care what my clients say, I don't care what the public thinks, and they keep getting 1-star reviews, people aren't going to want to hire them anymore. And they're going to naturally get pushed out of the legal industry because they're not going to be making any money. They could do something else that they're better at, and they should do that.
Okay.